I love who you are, I love who you ain't.
All right, so we have you clocked in at over 8,000 wins this year. What is the secret to the success out here?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis is out there with Washington. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. And for Memphis, Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now, here's Bane. Right side Jackson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Explosion to the rim. Bane not backing down.
Irving kicks to Davis. Back to Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying, that guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for Klay, and there's zero argument here. Thompson's surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Now, here's Morant. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Morant against Irving. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it back.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
1:25 left here in the opening quarter. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by John Morant. Gafford finds Davis. Dallas moving it around. Thompson for 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Morant. High arcing shot, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Gafford inside. No good with the layup. Memphis leading. Botches the breakaway layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Williams is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Exum. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the power forward position. Now here's Williams. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dinwiddie for 3. Aldama with the rebound. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Williams, that's good.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Clark outside. Poke loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Mavericks, 3 spots below.
And for the Grizzlies, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Here's Dinwiddie. Nice touch on the bank shot. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Now, here's Pippen. He has yet to score. Jackson has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Williams against Pippen. Fader on the way. Williams' shot is off.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Kennard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
The poor rebounding is something that they'll have to shore up going forward. It puts you at such a disadvantage when you look at the battle of possessions.
First trip to the line for him here.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
And he knocks down the first one. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for Derek Lively. Washington comes in for Marshall. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Irving subbed in for Williams. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Morant looking around. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies out in front, up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking and get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq's suit.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
This kind of defense won't cut it. You have to put yourself in position to contest shots. This means making the right reads and putting forth the effort. They've done neither, and the opponent is taking advantage.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells and it's small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Edey. That shot off. The Mavericks trailing. Washington kicks to Irving. Shoots over Morant. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his second basket. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
The three from Davis. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Bane. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now, here's Gafford. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And there's the pass to Thompson. Gafford inside. Misses from short range. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Bane. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson. Konchar's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Morant.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Dinwiddie passes to Lively. Here's Washington. There's 53 seconds left in the third. And now, here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Konchar, defended by Christie. 2 points, that one goes. Konchar's got his first basket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Dinwiddie against Pippen. Now, here's Dinwiddie. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis, and it's Kyrie Irving, and there's Christie, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And slam dunk by Clark.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
And Davis throws it down.
And it's just so beautiful. The timing of that play is exceptional. Davis just gets there right on time and puts it in.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Williams. Memphis moving it around. Clark kicks to Kennard. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. No good that time.
2 minutes remaining of the game.
Thompson outside. Right wing. Poked away. Here's Christie. Some solid defense from Clark.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Mavericks trail by 3. Pass to Davis. Here's Gafford. Misses the baby hook. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Irving can't hit. Gafford, and no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Williams in the post, defended by Christie. Irving against Morant. Down low. Mavericks with the rebound. Outside Irving. Over Morant. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Nobody better to have the ball right here. I think everybody remembers that Kyrie hit the biggest shot in NBA history.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're up by 3. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Brandon Clark. Wells comes in for Williams. And it's Bain in for Luke Kennard. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. The coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thank you, David. Irving looking over the floor. Shoots over Morant. The kick out to Irving. Off target from three-point range. And an intentional foul right there.
Daniel Gafford. First personal foul. First team foul.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Memphis, Ja Morant.
Shoot
2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Put your hands together for Grizzlies Bucks Youth Dance Team. What a song!
Here's Exum. Off the inbound, no good. And so the Grizzlies take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. You know, everything is progress. A win you can learn something from. A loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and we're just happy to get one at home today.
It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.